Boom! What's up, everybody? That's right. It is Monday, that first day of the week, that day to get after it. And I hope all of you out there are getting after your goals, your hopes, your dreams. We are almost into March, which means we are rolling to the end of the first quarter. So I hope you've been hitting it physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually, financially, and you are growing. But hey, what about maybe some of you out there that are like a friend of mine who I talked to the other day, and he said, Jay, my marriage is coming to an end. My business, it collapsed. He's like, I got nothing. I have to start over. You know what? I thought about that for a minute. And here's the thing, man. In this life, we're all going to go through seasons. And there are going to be times in our life when one season of our life is going to come to an end. And it will be the end moment. And those moments are hard. It may be the end of the life of someone we love, which is critically hard as we grieve and we try and deal with that. It may be the end of a dream, like we were going after something big and for whatever reason, we just cannot accomplish that dream. Some things have stopped us from that path. It may be the ending of a business that we just couldn't make work for whatever reason, and it brought it to an end. There are so many the end moments in this life. And I watch so many people that get stuck on that proverbial X when these moments come along. And they see it as the end, the finality of whatever point of their life. But I want to tell you something, man. There is tremendous power in recognizing that out of the end moments comes new beginnings. And what does that mean? Well, guess what? New beginnings mean we have to start over. We have to start over, guys. I remember when I went through SEAL training. A lot of people don't know when you go through SEAL training, you have to make it through certain phases of training. You have to get past certain points. When you're in first phase, which is one of the hardest physical parts of SEAL training, you have to get through more than half of Hell Week in order to roll forward. Otherwise, you have to roll all the way back to the beginning and you have to start over. No different from dive phase. There's a certain point in dive phase, you have to make it through almost halfway past some of the really hard pool evolution, something we call pool competency, the second hardest event in SEAL training next to Hell Week. And if you don't make it past pool comp, guess what? You have to roll all the way back to the beginning and do all that again. And guys, that happened to me. I remember I was in second phase and I was having problems, foot injury. I had severe tendonitis. My tendons were all inflamed and busted up. And finally I went to medical and they said, you're not going to be able to go forward. You're going to have to roll back. And I was about 2.5 weeks into dive phase and I had to roll all the way back to the beginning. Start over once again. But guys, here's the amazing gift about starting over. Starting over builds resilience. Starting over builds that overcome mindset because it forces us to have to endure. And there's a little bit of a gift because we've been through it before. I knew what to expect when I went through dive phase again. Yes, there was a high level of suck and I was like, oh, this is gonna not be fun. But I also knew what to expect and it made me better, harder, my ability to endure more. Guys, starting over is a gift. And I know sometimes it comes with extreme pain. If we lose a business, if we lose a relationship, if we lose a loved one, but we need to flip that mind switch and accept that, hey, guess what? That phase has come to a close and now it's time to start over and build a new phase, a new beginning. And here's the problem with settling and never having had to start over, endure, or build these overcome mindsets that come out of the end moments. What I've come to find is individuals that have never had to do that, they haven't built their overcome muscles. Maybe they've just had it easy in life. Maybe they were genetically gifted as athletes and they just excelled to the highest levels. Or maybe they were born into wealth and they were just able to step into the business of a family member and have all it took. And then suddenly they faced some adversity and it collapsed and they didn't know how to start over because they'd never truly been challenged to flex those overcome muscles. I remember, once again, SEAL training story. Oftentimes, we never knew who was going to make it. Big, small, fat, skinny, it didn't matter, because it wasn't the physical capabilities that enabled a person to get through SEAL training. It was obviously what was in the head and in the heart. And those were things that couldn't be gauged. But I will tell you this, one of the things we noticed was guys who were total studs all their life. If they were like captain of the football team, if they had just excelled, it was rather interesting that frequently those guys would quit. I will never forget, we had a champion Navy triathlete. The guy was like gold medal holder in triathlons, and there was a lot of buzz about the fact that he was coming to training and he was going to join the class behind ours. And there was a lot of chatter about, man, this guy's this uber athlete, he's amazing, he's won all these awards, you know, medals and all this, and how well he was going to do. And he quit after 2 weeks. Why? Because he had never had to start over. He had never been challenged to build that overcome mindset. So for those of you out there right now, you're watching this Monday Muster, you're struggling to get out of bed, you're struggling with grief, pain, you've encountered a the end moment, you're sitting on that X, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to embrace the new beginning that's out there. Embrace starting over, because nothing builds an overcome mindset better than grinding through and starting over. It's going to make you so much better in this life and enable you to overcome greater adversity. So congratulations if you fell down. Get up and start over. That's Monday Muster for today. I'm out.